Pythagoras represent the internal pilgrim for the philosophy of Panacea. The perennial philosophy of life. He is a seeker of truth par excellence. He staked all that he had for the search. He traveled far and wide, almost the whole known world of those days, in search of the masters, of the mysterious schools, of any hidden secrets. From Greece he went to Egypt in search of the lost Atlantis and its secrets. In Egypt, the great library of Alexandria was still intact. It had all the secrets of the past preserved. It was the greatest library that has ever existed on the earth. Later on, it was destroyed by a Mohammedan fanatics. The library was so big that when it was born, for 6 months the fire continued. Just 20 centuries before Pythagoras, a great content Atlantis had disappeared into the ocean. The ocean that is called Atlantic is so called because of that content, Atlantis. The Atlantis was the ancient contents of the earth, and the civilizations had reached the highest possibility peaks. But whenever the civilization reached the great peak, there is a danger. The danger of falling apart, a danger of committing suicide. Humanity is facing the same danger again. When a man becomes powerful, he does not know what to do with the power. When the power is too much and the understanding is too little, the power has always proved dangerous. Atlantis was not drowned in the oceans by any nature calamity. It was actually the same things that happening today. It was a man own power over nature. It was thought atomic energy. That's Atlantis was drowned. It was a man's own suicide. But all the scriptures and all the secrets of Atlantis were still preserved in the Alexandria. All over the world there is a parables, stories about the great flood. Those stories have comes from the drawing of a great Atlantis. All the stories of Christian, Jews, Hindus, they all talks about the great flood that had come once in the past and had destroyed almost the whole civilizations. Just few entities, adepts had survived. Noah's is an adept, the great masters and Noah's arks is just a symbol. A few people escaped in calamity. With them, all the secrets that the civilizations had attained survived. They were preserved in Alexandria. The Pythagoras lived in Alexandria for years. He studied. He was entered into the mysterious schools of Egypt, particularly the mysteries of Hermes. Then he came to India, was entered into all Brahmans of this ancient land has discovered. All the India had known in the inner world of man. For a year he was in India. Then he traveled to Tibet and then to China. That was the whole known world. His whole life he was a seeker, a pilgrim in search of philosophy, a philosophy in truth sense of the word, love for wisdom. He was a lover of philosopher, not in the modern sense of the word, but in the old, ancient sense of the word. Because a love cannot only speculate, a love cannot only think about the truth. A love has search, risk, adventure. Truth is the blood. How can you go on only thinking about it? You have to be connected with the blood, thought, the heart. The search cannot be only intellectual. It has to be deep down, intuitive. Maybe the beginnings has to be intellectual, but only a beginning. Just the starting point has to be intellectuates, but finally it has to reach the very core of your beings. He was one of the most generous of man, most liberal, democratic, unpredictable, judgmentable, open. He was respected all over the world. From Greece to China, he was rewarded. He was accepted in every mystic schools. With great joy, he was welcomed everywhere. His name was known all in the land. Wherever he went, he was received with great rejoicing. Every thought he had become enlightened. He still continued to reach into hidden secrets. He still continued to ask to be initiated into the new schools. He was trying to create synthetics. He was trying to know the truth thought as a many possibilities as he humanly possible. He wants to know a truth in the all accept. In all the dimensions, he was always ready to bow down to a masters. He himself was an enlightened man. It was a very rare. Once you have become enlightened, the search stops. The seeing disappears. There is no point. Buddha became enlightened, then they never went to any other masters. Jesus becomes enlightened, he never went to any other masters, or Lao, or Tuzi, or Zustera, or Musa. Hence the Pythagoras is something unique. No parallel has ever existed even after become enlightened. he ready to become a disciple to anybody who was there reveals some accept of truth.